We're here with Tenille Arts. Tenille, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out at the Renaissance Festival with us. So I keep hearing about this shout out that you got from, I think it was Khloe Kardashian, but I was doing research for this interview and I couldn't find anything about it. So can you talk about that, because I guess that really kind of shot you up to the next level?
Yeah. So she followed me for a while. Her and Scott followed me, and they, when their fans see that people follow somebody, they go and check it out as well. So
they're quite influential on social media.
They're very influential. Yeah.
So they literally, it was just them following you. That's hitting the follow button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know how they found you, or?
I don't know a lot of information on it.
Just like your music. That's cool. Okay, you haven't actually had a chance to talk to her or meet her or anything then, huh?
No.
Okay. You write most of your own music, right?
Yeah.
Call You Names. The song took 12 hours to write. Is that right?
It did. Yeah, it was my first time writing with James Slater, and so for about half of it, it was kind of getting to know each other, and then I had this idea to write a song about my relationship with my mom when I was a teenager, and he just seemed like the perfect person to write this song with, and I actually got the idea the night before, so it just all kind of fell into place perfectly, and we spent a lot of time on it because we ended up having a ton of information and cutting it down.
Okay, that's 12 hours. I've never heard of a writing session taking that long, but the song is great, so obviously it paid off. It was a very lovely song, and you actually recorded, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 different versions of the song. Is that right?
We did, yeah. We kept trying and seeing what felt right, and sent it out to a bunch of people, giving us, their opinions on. I just wanted it to, have the same emotion that it had when I perform it live, when I'm just talking about it and playing it live for people, and so we landed on a version that we felt like did that.
And what did your mom think the first time that she heard the song?
Well, actually, I played it for my mom. I had a really cool opportunity to open for Reba last year, and I had just written the song, and so my mom was coming down to the show, and I ended up saving it and playing it for my mom right before that show.
And what was her reaction?
She cried.
Did she really?
She cried a lot, and her mom was there as well, and her mom was crying, my grandma. So yeah, it was a really special moment.
It's a very honest song, because we all go through those rocky times with our parents when we're teenagers, and they go through rocky times with us too, because it's just hard. I don't know, for some reason it's hard to communicate when you're a teenager. All those hormones or something, I don't know. But you released the album Rebel Child last year, and then you came with this single, which is not part of that album. So are you working on a new EP or a full-length album, or what's next for you?
Lots of new music.
Okay.
We haven't decided quite how we're going to release it, but it'll be in the new year, and some stuff coming out before that as well, so I'm really excited. Okay,
and you're living in Nashville permanently. You're from Canada, Saskatchewan, but you're living in Nashville now. And Canada has, they have their own country music scene up there. They have their own chart, and it's interesting because we live, I work in Detroit, so the border is right there, and you can drive across the bridge, and all of a sudden it's country radio is different, some of the same artists, but a lot of different artists. Why did you move to Nashville? Why not just stay in Canada to work your career? Because country works up there.
When I started out, I was just I wanted to be in Nashville because I knew that's where the songwriters were, and that's where everybody was creating country music, and I hadn't ever released anything in Canada, so I thought, what a better time to just go down to Nashville and really do it.
Okay. Where do people go in Canada if they're going to try to launch a country career? Is there a city like Nashville in Canada?
I guess you could, a lot of country artists come from Alberta, but there's a music scene in Toronto and in Vancouver, so I guess it just depends. But a lot of people are making their careers work from anywhere in Canada.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. And then we have to obviously talk about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, because you performed on The Bachelorette twice, or was it The Bachelor twice?
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor twice. Okay, so do you watch the show? Are you into the show?
I'm into the show. It's kind of like one of those vicious cycles where you start watching and you have to keep watching because it just continues.
I get sucked in. My wife makes me watch, and I'm I complain about it at first, and then I'm like, hey, it's Monday night. She's like, oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'm like, well, I feel like I should lose a man card for that. But so it's kind of gross though, thinking about the show. Rachel, did you read the article about Rachel Lindsay? She was the Bachelorette a few seasons ago or something. She came out and she said that she slept with 2 of the finalists in the fantasy suite, and it's just, I don't know how anybody could ever be on that show. It's just kind of nasty to me, but it makes for great entertainment.
It does. It takes a certain type of person, I guess. I could never go on TV and make out with people because I'd be like, my grandma is going to see this. I can't do it.
I just told this guy I loved him, and then I'm going to this other room and saying I love you also. It's not acceptable when you're not on the show, but you're on the show, and all of a sudden it's acceptable.
Yeah.
So
also dating 20 people is normal.
At one time, yeah. So you wouldn't go on the show?
No.
Okay, all right. Tenille Arts, there you have it. She will not be on The Bachelorette. She won't be the next Bachelorette, and she won't be on The Bachelor. There you go. All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.